Hey everyone, we've been watching this insane ETF tsunami building up in our space for months now, and let me tell you, most of it was pure hopium and moonboy dreams until recently. But hold on to your seats because what's unfolding right now is literally the most explosive ETF action crypto has ever witnessed. And if you're sitting on some XRP bags, you better pay attention because these battle-tested OG coins like XRP are absolutely dominating with the most ETF applications stacked behind them. This is next level stuff happening. So we've all been sitting here, fingers crossed, waiting for these XRP ETF filings to finally get the green light. And trust me, when they do, we're talking about a tsunami of money flowing straight into XRP. Here's the thing. Most of these are spot ETFs we're dealing with, and those babies have serious power to move the needle on price and trading volume for these established coins. All right, now check this out. I want to show you this awesome post from Nate Geralshi that just dropped. Spot crypto ETFs have been straight up demolishing every other ETF category when it comes to cash flooding in since April 8th, right when the S&P 500 hit rock bottom. We're talking nearly $34 billion smashing through the doors. But wait, it gets even juicier. Next month, we've got this tsunami of fresh crypto ETFs ready to explode onto the scene. Seriously, feast your eyes on this list. Now, spot crypto's got over $33.5 billion just sitting there, ready to party. That's almost $10 billion more than those fancy thematic funds trying to diversify beyond the Meg 7 giants. Almost 10 billion more, my friends. We're seeing just how hungry people are for crypto right here in the US. But wait, it gets even better. The SEC just dropped their biggest bombshell on the 17th. They actually approved generic listing standards for commodity-based trust shares. What does this mean? Well, they basically handed the market a roadmap to follow for ETF filing. And boom, this thing's about to go into hyperdrive. Yahoo Finance just broke the news that crypto ETFs are literally about to tsunami the US market because the SEC finally decided to stop dragging their feet. Even Reuters is jumping on this story. Listen up, folks. This isn't some wishful thinking anymore. We're watching this avalanche happen in real time. Picture this. 21 ETFs are already gobbling up Bitcoin, Ethereum, or mixing both like some crypto cocktail. But hold up. Imagine all those other altcoin ETF applications just sitting there, twiddling their thumbs. We're talking about 40+ applications literally camping out in line, just praying for their moment to shine. Now here's where it gets juicy. Bitwise just dropped some intel on us. This was September 15th when Matt Hugin penned this piece. And what we've got brewing here is absolutely wild. Holy smokes, people, stop everything. The SEC just pulled the most insane move this afternoon, and I'm literally shaking right now. They approved generic listing standards, and I'm about to absolutely blow your mind. Okay, let me catch my breath and read this with you because this is bonkers. Are you sitting down? Because here's the headline that's going to make your jaw drop. Get ready for crypto's ETF palooza. The SEC just created generic listing standards for crypto ETPs, and I'm practically vibrating with excitement. This is the kind of news that changes everything, and I'm going to break it down for you in a way that'll make perfect sense. What does this mean for your portfolio? Look, in my CIO memos, I'm always trying to give you the real deal on what's actually moving these markets. Just last week, I literally called it. Told you guys why we're in full-blown Solana season and why I was betting big on a monster year-end rally for Ethereum's biggest rival. So Solana just crushed it with a 7.72% rally. Pretty sweet, right? But here's the thing. Watching crypto right now, it's literally like being glued to that never-ending Super Bowl pregame coverage. You know something epic is about to happen. I mean, look at what we've got lined up. Rate cuts coming in hot, ETPs absolutely flooding with money, everyone's getting nervous about the dollar, plus tokenization and stablecoins are going absolutely bonkers right now. But here we are as investors, just waiting around. And honestly, there's a good reason for that frustration. August and September, they're historically crypto's worst nightmare months, every single year. So here's the real deal. Those massive game changers we've been seeing, like Bitcoin ETPs finally getting the green light at major firms, or that crypto legislation crawling through Congress, yeah, they don't happen overnight, right? While we're all sitting here waiting for things to explode, I wanted to pull back the curtain and show you exactly what's going down at the SEC with these crypto ETP approvals. Trust me on this one. The SEC is about to absolutely unleash chaos on this market, and it's going to be wild. Check this out. We've got Matt Hoog dropping some serious knowledge here, and this goes all the way back to the 15th. So here's the million-dollar question. What's going to happen when generic listing standards hit the crypto ETP world? Let me paint you a picture of what went down when the SEC rolled out that ETF rule back in late 2019. You know, the one that basically created those generic listing standards for your regular, everyday ETFs. The ETF launch game went absolutely bonkers. We're talking from 117 launches per year to a whopping 370 per year. If generic listing standards drop for crypto this fall, buckle up because we're about to see that exact same explosion happen all over again. And boom, here's that ETF rule right here. So this was your typical average before everything changed. But just look at this insane spike shooting straight up. We literally just scored this approval. So Eric Balchunas just dropped a bombshell that's got me hyped. He's basically saying generic listing standards for crypto ETFs are about to trigger this massive tsunami of products flooding the market. Plus, all these exchanges are going to be throwing hands, fighting tooth and nail to list these golden tickets. CBOE's sitting pretty at the top with 41 crypto ETFs like some kind of crypto kingpin. NYSE's playing catch-up in second place, and poor Nasdaq's way back there. But plot twist, they've got that absolute monster IBIT, which is hands down the rockstar IPO of 2024. Guys, I'm telling you right now, when this thing hits, we're not talking about some gentle wave. This is going to be a full-blown, market-shaking tsunami. The SEC is literally about to flip the crypto world upside down. And guys, we're sitting front row to some absolutely massive moves that are about to shake this entire space. I seriously don't think most people get just how much of a complete game changer this actually is. But wait, there's more. Check this out. Something incredible happened on the 17th, the exact same day that framework got the green light from the SEC. Are you ready for this? The SEC just approved Grayscale's digital large cap fund for listing and trading. We're talking Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and ADA all in one package. And hold up, we've got another one. Yeah, that's right. There was this very similar fund that just filed, and guess what? It also got the thumbs up. Check this out. The NASDAQ Crypto Index US ETF just got approved under the SEC's brand new generic listing standards. This is huge because now we're talking about owning crypto assets that go way beyond just Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're entering a whole new world here. Yep, we're looking at XRP, Solana, and XLM stepping into the spotlight. These bad boys are the exact coins jumping into this party. And guys, this isn't some wishful thinking anymore. This is stone cold, undeniable proof that everything's actually happening in real time. Now listen, I totally get it. You clicked on this video and probably went, ugh, here we go again with another over-the-top crypto title. Trust me, I've been there too. But this time, this is the real deal. We've literally got the official press release with all the hashtags and everything. The SEC is genuinely about to crack this whole thing wide open. Thanks to all these game-changing regulatory updates and those shiny new generic listing standards getting approved, the NCIQ is literally growing before our eyes. And here's where it gets spicy. This thing's going to keep morphing and adapting every single time new assets check all the right boxes. So basically, this entire chain reaction, it all started with that bombshell we just witnessed from the SEC. But hold on to your hats because we're just getting warmed up. On top of this absolute madness, ETF filings are starting to flood in like there's no tomorrow. This rocket ship isn't hitting the brakes anytime soon. BlackRock just dropped some spicy news. They snatched up the name iShares Bitcoin Premium ETF. And guys, the filing's about to hit us like a freight train. But wait, here's where it gets juicy. This bad boy's packing a covered call Bitcoin strategy that's literally going to make your Bitcoin work overtime generating yield. I mean, who doesn't love passive income? Am I right? Picture this. It's like the blockbuster sequel to their absolutely monster 87 billion IBIT. We're talking 33 times spot product magic here. And listen, I'm telling you right now, we're not just seeing filings anymore. We're watching an absolute tsunami of institutional money flooding into this space. It's like watching history unfold in real time. All right. We just got another massive update from BlackRock, and this one's straight fire. This comes from Robbie Mitchnick, and shout out to Nate Goroshi who covered this on his YouTube channel. Now listen up. If you want to dive deep into this stuff, you absolutely need to check out the Crypto Prim Pod. These guys are covering everything, and I mean everything. They're breaking down the absolutely insane success of IBIT and ETH, talking about how Bitcoin and Ethereum are fitting into those bigger portfolio plays, diving into staking, spot ETH ETFs, those tricky generic listing standards, the whole crypto ETF development scene, tokenization trends, and they're even tackling stablecoins. Seriously, guys, go check it out. This is the kind of content that'll keep you ahead of the game. Listen to this.
In terms of product development, let me ask you this, and you don't have to comment on the first part. And actually, I don't expect you to comment on the first part.
Probably won't then if you're prefacing it like that.
All right, so I have actually publicly predicted that BlackRock would file for a spot XRP ETF and a spot Solana ETF, which you have not yet done. And again, I'm not expecting you to comment on that at all. But what I will ask you is, how is BlackRock thinking about future product development around crypto-related ETFs? Because you have had these two massive success stories with IBIT and ETH. So certainly that has to have your attention. But what about moving forward?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of factors that go into that decision-making process, obviously. But the biggest driver ultimately is our clients, right? What is the level of investor demand? What is the logic and investment thesis for investors and for our clients around these potential products? What problem are we solving for them? And so when we think about other potential opportunities in this space, obviously we're looking at things like market cap, liquidity, maturity, but also clarity of investment thesis and overall sort of product and portfolio considerations in terms of how clients long-term are going to be able to use products in this space, build the types of portfolio exposures holistically that they want. And so that's a constant evaluation process. It's not a fixed point in time thing, but ultimately that's the kind of process that we deploy.
And that whole process he just talked about, dude, XRP literally hits every single checkpoint he mentioned. Look, when you think about what's going down in the space right now, we've got filings left and right. Just last week on the 24th, boom, another one drops. The Amplify XRP ETF just filed their paperwork. And guess what? They're going to keep rolling in because that's just how this works, right? I'm totally with Chad Stangreber on this one. We're watching an absolute flood of XRP activity happening before our eyes. Okay, real talk, guys. An XRP ETF is literally a gold mine waiting to happen. And if I'm BlackRock right now, I'm practically drooling. Look, I've been hammering this point home all year. You longtime viewers know I sound like a broken record here. But seriously, put yourself in BlackRock's boardroom for a hot minute. They're sitting there going, holy cow, we just printed money with a Bitcoin ETF. So naturally, what's next on their wish list? Yo, what's up, everyone? We absolutely killed it with that Ethereum ETF. Like, seriously crushed it. But now I'm sitting here thinking, what's our next gold mine? Where's all the smart money flowing? Okay, pop quiz time. What crypto has been the absolute monster winner these past 12 months? I'm talking about the top 10 only. Bitcoin and Ethereum don't count. Ready for this? It's XRP, baby. XRP has straight up demolished both Bitcoin and Ethereum this year. I mean, this coin has been going absolutely insane. And listen, when I break this down, I'm putting on my business hat here, right? That's exactly where all the heat is right now. I'm telling you, clients are practically banging down our doors asking how they can get into XRP. An XRP ETF, that's a no-brainer move. But here's where things get absolutely wild. October is about to be absolutely packed with major decisions. We're talking about crypto czar announcements plus this XRP ETF momentum that's building like crazy. Whew, brace yourselves for this. 5 massive rulings dropping in just 7 days. We're talking October 18th straight through the 24th. Buckle up because we're about to witness ETF Armageddon. Grayscale, 21 shares. Bitwise, CoinShares, Canary Capital, Wisdom Tree. It's like the Avengers assembled, but for XRP spot ETFs. And they're all dropping decisions in one insane week. Talk about putting all your cards on the table. Listen, if these babies get the green light, we're literally watching the game flip from your average Joe buying XRP to Wall Street whales diving in head first. But if they crash and burn, we're back to the same regulatory circus that's been torturing us forever. Mark your calendars for late October, because whatever goes down then is basically going to write XRP's investment story for years to come. This is huge. So let's think about this for a second. What's actually happening in the ETF world right now? It's absolutely wild. We're seeing ETF filings just flooding the market left and right, and we literally just got another Dogecoin filing. Can you believe that? This happened on the 22nd, guys. Yet another ETF application specifically for Dogecoin. But wait, it gets even crazier. We're watching massive players like BlackRock jumping in, registering brand new names and basically saying, hey, we want to file even more crypto ETF applications. And this is all happening right when the SEC is finally starting to give these things the green light. Like, check this out. They just approved the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund and the hashtag NASDAQ Crypto Index Fund. Whew, I mean, we are literally on fire with SEC approvals ever since that massive update dropped. And you know what's really interesting? I'm noticing that pretty much every single XRP ETF application is following that exact same playbook now. Why? Because here's the secret sauce they're all looking for. The SEC wants to see if that underlying asset has some kind of derivative product available on Coinbase. And guess what? XRP totally checks that box. When we dive into these listing standards, basically the secret recipe the SEC demands, every single application is absolutely crushing it. They're literally copy-pasting success at this point. But hold on to your seats because October could be absolutely mental. Imagine 5 approvals dropping in 1 week. This isn't just some regular catalyst, folks. This is like a nuclear bomb going off in crypto space. And the craziest part? Most people are completely clueless about how earth-shattering this moment could actually be. We're talking about a potential seismic shift that could flip everything upside down, and everyone's just casually scrolling past it like it's nothing. Buckle up because the ETF tsunami is crashing into shore. This is it, the moment that's going to change everything. When the SEC dropped that approval, pure magic, people. And here's the crazy part. We're literally watching history unfold live. Eric Balchunas called it. Matt Hogan from Bitwise saw it coming. We're about to witness the SEC rip the roof clean off this crypto house. Guys, I'm telling you, this crypto ETF thing is about to send shockwaves through the entire market. We're already watching these crypto ETFs absolutely demolish every other ETF category out there. This is insane. We're talking massive demand incoming, serious hype building. This cycle is absolutely bonkers for crypto. And here's what really gets me excited. These ETF inflows aren't stopping for anyone. Bear market, bull market, doesn't matter whatsoever. This train is rolling full steam ahead no matter what happens. The momentum is just too strong now. What's absolutely blowing my mind right now is seeing how crypto has gone completely mainstream. Like, we're witnessing this whole industry grow up right before our eyes. And honestly, it's amazing to watch unfold. Anyway, that's a wrap on today's video. If this got you hyped, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that notification bell. It seriously helps me keep bringing you all this awesome free content every single week. You guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Catch you in the next one.